Hi, everybody. I'm Ross Treelevin, and this is another Sprague Spotlight interview. Today, I'm here with Matt from the home office. Matt, would you like to introduce yourself to everybody at home?
Sure. My name is Matthew Woodcock, and I'm the accounting manager here at Sprague.
So, tell everyone about your journey here at Sprague, and kind of when you started and what you do.
Okay, I started after an exhausting interview process, which I'd like to remind you every chance I get. 6 interviews in, you finally made the right choice, and you guys decided to hire me in, I think it was July 13th, 2017. What do I do? Geez, what don't I do? I help manage or I help work with a great team of accounting individuals, and we throw together all the financial information for the company. I help work with the trucks through Donlin, credit cards. Boy, work with AR, work with ACHs, work with the bank, do all the fun behind the scene things.
I think that's the thing that's so interesting is that I don't know that everyone knows how much accounting does for Sprague and how many different hats you wear.
Yeah, that's a great point. I feel like we need to. We're not very good at promoting ourselves, and yet we kind of need to remind people everything we do and who's doing what, so they know when they call that we can take care of them. But I may not be the best person to take care of them at the moment. So,
So
um,
when I approve my time card on Paylocity, does that get me paid?
um, no,
No,
no.
accounting does that.
That yes, yes. So we help the people operations team get that stuff together and help that get submitted every other week. And yeah, that's a process. I think accountants are good at processes. We like processes. We like
Absolutely.
routines.
Well, and you've got to also take every payment in the organization. You've got to keep track of all of them. I mean, there's so much that goes on in accounting that is probably invisible to the majority of people who work here.
Well, and when we get bored with just doing Sprague stuff, you guys are so nice. You keep giving us more companies to work with. So every time we turn around, there's a new LLC out there that we can have fun with and manage. So
Well,
yeah,
what we would hate for you to be bored. That's how it goes on
you guys are very caring. We appreciate that.
that. Now, did you always want to be an accountant?
I've always been a numbers person. Way back when I was in high school, they brought in a computer and they introduced me to an accounting course. The business class didn't know what to do with me, and they said, here's a 2-year class, try it and see what you think. And I finished it in a semester. So I think early on, I knew that I was meant to be an accountant. It just made sense to me, which is the best thing I can say because sometimes the rest of the world doesn't make sense to me.
So does this process focus and having all of your eggs in the right boxes, etc., all your buttons in the right boxes, does that translate back to home then too?
Yeah, I'm a very routine oriented person, and so part of my life is somewhat organized. And as I look around my messy office, part of it is not. So it's the stuff I'm passionate, I really care about. Like I can tell you, I love to cook and I love to bake, so I know what my pantry looks like. I can tell you what I need to go to the store and grab. But other things, maybe not so much.
Well, what was 2020 like for you? For someone who likes routine so much, what was last year like?
Last year was, I think, for everyone, a challenge and an adjustment and a change. And even though change is one constant in the universe, it's not the one I necessarily like. But I think having some space from home and able to work, I think our team and Sprague in general did such an amazing job fitting in with using Zoom, using remote VPN. Ari and Joey got us set up really nicely. That was smooth. Uh, I got to experience some Zoom meetings outside of Sprague, and I gotta say, Sprague has zoomed down really well. There are some other ones out there that are so scary, and I'm like, geez, who knew? Who knew that was our specialty? We can Zoom meeting anyone to death. So it was, like I said, it was a stressful year, but it was a good year too. I think we really supported each other very well.
Did you develop any, let's call them COVID hobbies or habits that you're going to keep after the pandemic?
I hope so. Of course, I've got the required sourdough going on in the fridge.
Oh, good.
And got the home exercise equipment set up, so I've been faithful to that. My husband and I like to do video games every Friday night and order DoorDash, so we hope to keep that up.
Awesome.
So those are important staples.
That's good. What's the first thing you'll do when the pandemic is over to sort of relive the old lifestyle, if you will?
Oh, we want to go down to Disneyland. We had a couple of trips get canceled because of that. We haven't gotten to go. We did one of the Star Wars rides, but we haven't done the second one yet. We really need to do that one, the Rise of the whatever it's called. I should know this. Sorry. Anyhow, that's one of the things we're looking forward to doing. Something simple would be just going down to Seattle and walking around, going to a sporting event, just really enjoying the life that Seattle and the city has to offer. Going to see, finally getting to see Megan play soccer at Cheney Stadium. That would be awesome.
That'd be
Uh,
awesome too.
yeah, so those are some of the things we'd like to try and get done.
As a father of a 4-year-old who has not had the magic of Disney yet, Disneyland is very high on my list. It's something we'd like to do too. Although it is unlikely we'll get to ride cool rides like Star Wars or something else. She's probably not tall enough. So.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Some of those she might be. She could be piloting the Millennium Falcon. Look out.
Hey, who knows? She is my kid though, so likely not tall enough. So. Uh,
Oh, you can't outgrow your genes, unfortunately.
exactly. So when you're not at work, I see a little LFC banner behind you. What do you like
Oh
to
yeah.
do when you're not here?
Yeah. Well, I'm a tennis player from heart. The reason I'm into soccer is many years ago, a bunch of tennis players in Missoula, we tried to decide we'd stay in shape for tennis season by playing soccer, and little did we know how out of shape we really were. And that became our love of soccer. And at the time, we all said, let's pick a team we like. So I really liked Steven Gerrard in Liverpool, so I fell in love with them back in, I don't know, 2003, 2004, and been following them ever since. Um, but yeah, I'm a big tennis player. I like to do that. I like to read a lot. I already talked about my love of baking and cooking. So I do that. Hiking, going to explore Mount Rainier as much as I can. So
Well, I've been the proud recipient of things you baked and made and others, and so it's nice to just be around you when you're in the mood to bake too. So it works
uh,
out for everyone.
yeah, well, that's the one nice thing when we can all go back to the office again. I'll be able to bring in some more deliciousness.
That's another thing I miss is just having lunch with people. It's just fun.
Yeah, it is amazing how much you miss those small little things, or the laughter, the people's laughs you hear, or the stories you get to hear, or the craziness that happens. I mean, a lot of people think we're all stuffy at corporate, but no, not even close.
Oh, do they really know? Do they
do,
really know?
do we want them to know? Is the question.
So what does it mean to you to win corporate champion for last year for 2020?
It was a humbling experience. I like to think that I'm a member of a fantastic team, and as a representative of that team, I was happy to accept the award. I couldn't do what I do without Amy, Tommy, and Sherry, and then Allison's come on board, and it's just fit in so easily and so nicely, and we have a lot of fun, but we also have a lot of work, and we know what we're doing. We work well together, and I think we're a damn good department.
I agree. You and I got to work together pretty closely last year during
Mhm.
what was a challenging year. And yeah, I went from knowing a little bit about what accounting does to knowing a lot more about what accounting does and scared to learn the rest. Uh, you guys do an amazing job for us and for our customers and for all the people inside Sprague. So thank you from me.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. We're not just stuffy accountants. We can.
No, not at all. So, what advice would you have for someone who's just starting out at Sprague?
Sprague is an amazing company. It is a people company. We do pest control, but really we're all about people. But that also means you need to take some time and be patient. It took me, I think, 4 or 5 months before a light bulb went off my head, and I finally got what I was doing there, what I was meant to do at Sprague. So one of the coolest parts about Sprague is there's so many people, different people you can talk to and visit. So if you ever are frustrated, concerned, or not sure what the heck's going on, just ask, just say hello, and you'll be amazed what kind of support you can get.
Yeah, I've noticed that too during the pandemic, how some of our little side conversations that would help us gain the truth, they're so much harder now. So we have to arrange a Zoom meeting for them to happen. Very different.
It is. I love working from home. I love going. It's nice to go in the office occasionally, but it can be actually very full because you get there and you get those small little opportunities to catch up with people or see people you don't see all the time, or to support each other. And we each try and go in on a different day so you can kind of see some different people. And it takes a village.
It does. It does. Absolutely. Well, Matt, congratulations on being 2020 corporate champion. Super proud of your accomplishments last year and your team's accomplishments last year. You were one of the reasons why 2020 was such a successful year.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And on behalf of my team, it's a great honor to be recognized. Thank you.
Thanks, man.